Greetings gamers, Quake here, and I'm bringing you my second video game review. This time around, we're looking at Power Rangers Wild Force for the Game Boy Advance. Now for those of you who don't know, Wild Force was one series of Power Rangers that I never really watched until recently. After watching a review of this series by Linkara from That Guy with the Glasses, I decided to give this series a second chance. Aside from watching Forever Red and the Time Force crossover, which were the only episodes I bothered to watch in the series, I have now watched the first 5 episodes and decided that I really like it. So why not review the game? Okay, moving on. Wild Force was published by THQ and developed by Natsumi in 2002. One of the first things you'll notice when you start the game is that you don't really hear the Wild Force theme song at the title screen. This is a disappointment because Wild Force's theme song is by far one of my favorites. It was one of the few songs that was not composed by Ron Wasserman, but still feels like one. When you start up Mighty Morphin Power Rangers on the Super Nintendo, however, bam! The Go-Go Power Rangers theme song rocking out at ya. So one major letdown from the get-go. That and the graphics are already shown to be poor quality when the Power Rangers show up one by one. Now I've never really been one to complain about graphics, but I think they definitely could have used some work here. One noticeable point from the beginning is that this game offers multiplayer via link cables, which is a neat feature. From the main menu, you can select New Game, which will then ask you if you want to play easy, normal, or hard mode. For the more advanced gamers, I highly recommend skipping on easy. This game also uses a 5-digit password saving system for you to be able to jump to any level you want. Then the options are just for turning the sound effects and or music on and off. Once you start the game, you'll be treated to a comic book style cutscene. Again, the graphics needed a bit more work. You'll then select one ranger as the ranger you play as for the level, along with 3 other backup rangers. Then you'll go straight to work fighting off those orcs in the first level. Right away, you'll notice this game isn't your traditional side-scroller Power Ranger game. Your goal is to take out all the putreds in the area. Then arrows will pop up on the screen telling you which ways are available for you to go next. Rinse and repeat until you get to the boss of the level. There are 12 levels total, but you won't be able to go through all of them in one playthrough. You are only allowed to select one path for the levels and thus must replay the game to go through the levels you missed the first time, which is essential if you want to use all of the different Megazord forms, which we will get to soon. Controls for this game. You move the character with the D-pad. You can dash if you tap one of the arrow keys twice. The A button punches, the B button jumps, the R button attacks with your weapon, and the L button calls one of your fellow rangers, who performs a combination attack with you. During your battles, you'll come across 4 different items. The hearts refill your life bar, the containers, which look like they're filled with the ooze from Ninja Turtles, refills your energy, the stars give you invincibility for a brief time, and the green orbs give you an extra life. Once you defeat the boss of the level, Toxica, who is basically the Rita replacement in this series, says her magic phrase and makes the monster grow. I gotta say, I miss Rita's phrase. It was much more simple than Toxica's.
Magic wand! Make my Gulgar grow!
With the monster bigger than a skyscraper, obviously that means you'll need some help. It's time to call the Zords. By the way, tell me if I'm imagining things, but doesn't the sound played to call the Zords sound an awful lot like Tommy's Dragon Dagger?
I need Dragon Sword power!
Once you select the Zord combination you wish to use in battle, you'll realize the fighting system is sort of similar to playing as the Ranger, with the difference of the B button blocking rather than jumping. You'll also notice that with every hit you land on your opponent, you're filling up a yellow bar under your health bar. Once it's full, you'll have to press a sequence of buttons in a fast pace, sort of like a Dance Dance Revolution thing. You'll then use your Zord's ultimate attack if you hit them all correctly, dealing more damage to your enemy. Final thoughts on this game. I wish more Power Ranger games had followed Mighty Morphin's path on the Super Nintendo. To my knowledge, that game is the only Power Rangers game that started with the Rangers fighting their putties unmorphed until the boss showed up. That was such a cool feature. That, and there was the fact that I really didn't care for the whole feel of this game. I missed the side-scrolling platforming feel of the majority of the other Power Ranger games. The graphics weren't that great, and neither was the music, but that doesn't mean that it wasn't somewhat enjoyable. I did enjoy the combination attacks the Rangers were able to use in this game. And I liked the fact that it was multiplayer, as all Power Ranger games should be. My final rating. I give this game a 5 out of 10. If you are a true Power Ranger fan, you should find some enjoyment out of this game. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it for this review. Until the next one, see ya.